obviously, your relationship with Paula has been a roller coaster over the years. So how are things now?
Well, I think at the moment we've gone past that point where we've gone down the fast bit, and now we're on the bit that just goes round a bit. So we're kind of getting on okay. We had a bit of a disagreement last week about something, and it was like, God, it's that deja vu. But that's what you get when you hire Paula. She does have a very strong opinion, and she does get upset because she's passionate. And I kind of am like that as well. But I'm comfortable arguing with her, which means I must like her.
Good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, people seem so fascinated by this dynamic. They're fascinated on American Idol. They're fascinated now. Do you ever feel like you have to kind of up your reactions to whatever insanity she does, or maybe needle her a little bit more? You're kind of notorious for whispering in her ear during the Idol live tapings.
Well, that used to get me through the hour. I used to just give her absolute nonsense to say in the hope that she would say it. And sometimes I got lucky. The moth and the melon was my famous one. I told her it was a Chinese proverb, and she believed me. And I got into so much trouble over that. But no, there's something about Paula. It's like being back at school. When you liked the girl sitting next to you, but to get attention, you would just poke her with a pencil. It's kind of like that working with Paula, is that the more you irritate her, the more mad she gets, and the more I find it amusing, which is kind of weird, but that is our relationship. But she also manages to really, really, really irritate me. That when she doesn't like somebody, we used to laugh, me and LA, when we did the auditions. There was a certain girl that used to come on a look, and me and LA would look at each other, and we'd call them dead on arrivals, DOAs. That no matter how good they are, these two in the middle were not going to let these girls through. So we had more rows about that than anything else, and we ended up christening Nicole Sylvester Paula Tom out of the Cats in the cartoons, because that's what they were like, and that caused a lot of arguments. But me and LA normally won in the end.
We've seen how persuasive you guys can be. I'm not surprised.
Oh no, relentless. There was one audition, I'm not exaggerating, it went on for 45 minutes because we couldn't make our mind up. That's how much the arguments were.
45? How
45
much do you
minutes.
even show on television?
Well, no, we can't.
Obviously not the
it would be a whole show. But one of the producers told me this. There was one act, I don't know why it got into this, but he said we timed it back some and it was 45 minutes, which is insane.
Yeah, I imagine that must have been an interesting atmosphere in the theater.
Well, yeah, and I'm just saying to Paula, look, at the end of the day, just say yes, okay? It's just going to make it easier. And she wouldn't say yes. So we had to go through song after song after song. And I didn't always get my own way.